This is the Transcelerate Issue Management, Trending, and Analytics Toolbox. This toolbox will provide an introduction to trending and analytics for issue management. It will also provide an overview of an approach for performing trending and analytics. This approach will be applied to hypothetical case studies. Let's begin with an introduction to trending and analytics. The management of issues consists not only of the identification and remediation of individual issues, but it also includes the evaluation of the impact of the cumulative individual issues that may be found in the filtered issues repository and the issues that matter repository. For our purposes, analysis and trending can be defined as a set of activities focused on the use of data to identify trends and patterns that may mitigate or prevent the recurrence of issues. Trending and analytics can provide insights and actionable recommendations that lead to reduced risk and prevention of future occurrence of issues. Trending and analytics can also enable earlier detection and/or prediction of trends. To understand current issue trending and analytic practices, interviews were conducted with Transcelerate member companies. In aggregate, member company responders reported generally most trending and analytics are focused on reporting historical and/or current issue data. These same companies also said potential benefits are limited due to inadequate resources, technology, and/or business processes. An effective issue management framework will include core principles, processes, and tools for measuring, analyzing, reporting, and predicting the occurrence of future issues through trending and analytic activities. This aggregate approach for managing issues will facilitate an organization's understanding of potential issues as well as opportunities for improved operational efficiencies. The tool elements will be fully explored in the visualization section of this toolbox. Trending and analytic efforts can result in several benefits. For example, trend and patterns can be identified, risks are understood, actions are defined, resources are identified, and issues are prevented or mitigated. In addition to the trending and analytics, there's also benefit to be had from applying visualization techniques. Traditional reporting provides a historical view of what happened, while real-time monitoring provides a view of what is occurring at this moment. These methods are part of the overall repertoire of visualization tools practiced by a wide variety of industries and are considered important for the identification of trends and patterns. One of the most valuable forward-looking visualization tools that can be leveraged in an issue management framework is the visualization of predicted analysis. It is important to note that there is an increased level of effort and skill required for more advanced visualization techniques. Less effort is needed for historic view, with increasing effort with insight and foresight views. Another benefit that can be realized from trending and analytic efforts is the ability to leverage detected signals. When present, signals can serve different purposes. For example, signals can serve as a warning, a call to action, or a method of communication. The previous few slides highlight some of the benefits that could result from an effectively applied trending and analytics approach to the management of issues. In this next section, you will see an overview for establishing an approach for trending and analytics. In this section, we will focus on the process for trending and analytics. The process has been broken down into 5 steps, beginning first with the engagement of the target audience of the resulting trending and analytics output. Once the target audience has been engaged, focus should be given to determine the data sources for the issues to be trended. You'll then need to determine the preferred visualization. How do they want the results displayed? Once the specifications for the data sources and visualization preferences have been determined, the analysis of the issues can be performed and the interpretation of the results can be defined. And finally, but most importantly, the last step of the trending and analytics process is defining the actionable recommendations. Each of these steps will be discussed in greater detail and hypothetical case studies provided. We'll now focus on how to engage your target audience. Before your organization begins trending and analytics activities, steps should be taken to engage the target audience to determine which of the issues accumulated in the filtered repository or the issues management repository are the cause of greatest concern. You will also need to evaluate who is most appropriate to receive the analysis, and also, do these individuals have the accountability for the interpretation of the results? Consideration should also be given for who will be responsible for providing critical insight. And finally, but most importantly, consideration should be given for who is accountable for ensuring action is taken when it's needed. In this hypothetical case study, you see some examples of the questions that could be asked to your target audience. These questions will help you determine which filtered issues are of greatest concern. These and other questions will need to be asked to ensure expectations are clear. Once the target audience has been engaged and their areas of concern understood, discussion should be undertaken to determine the source of the issues. In addition to confirming the source of the issues, it is also important to determine the metadata that will need to be identified for the analysis, as well as the existence of the metadata. In some cases, you may need to assign meaningful metadata to the filtered issues in order to perform the analysis. This slide highlights examples of data sources and metadata. This hypothetical case study describes examples of data sources and corresponding metadata for accumulated filtered informed consent issues. Another key element for defining an approach to issue trending and analytics is determining which visualization display will be most meaningful to your target audience. Data visualization techniques are used to organize and present data in a coherent manner so the audience can make sense of what's going on and take action. Data visualization, historic trend analysis, forecasting, and standardized reporting are typical outputs of trend analysis. Organizations can use this knowledge to predict future outcomes, as well as scenario planning or simulation models. This might be useful for leadership who are charged with making important decisions. As you are determining which data visualization displays will be used, keep in mind the level of skill and effort required to produce the visualization display is commensurate with the complexity of the technique. Now that the target audience has been engaged, data sources determined, and data visualization preferences defined, the analysis and interpretation of the results can be performed. The following series of slides in this section provide hypothetical studies with visualization techniques and the corresponding analysis and interpretation. In these case studies, you will see how the application of different metadata and visualization can greatly influence the interpretation of the data.